This large animal has also been featured on this channel quite a bit. So in case you wondered if she was still around, oh yeah. All right, some of you are already aware, but in the next few weeks, I want everyone to know that I and several people who you've already met on this channel, Spencer, Jacob, and Bryant, and some people that you will meet in the future, have formed the Maurin Academy. I'll just say right now that you can sign up for our free newsletter in the show notes below so that you'll be aware of everything that we're offering. We're going to put out a newsletter every month, and they'll remind you of what's coming up. So please do that. Take the time to, right now, as a matter of fact, go and subscribe to our newsletter. People will be able to register for all of our classes for a donation of any amount. So we are planning a Patreon subscription for supporters as well. If you want easy access to everything we do, be on the lookout for our announcement when that gets ready. The framework from the Maurin Academy, as many of you know, comes from the vision of Peter Maurin, co-founder of the Catholic Worker Movement. Maurin called for a new kind of university, an agronomic university, in which the barriers between so-called workers and scholars were broken down, and in which people of all kinds could learn in an integrated way about how things grow, how to work with each other well and build community, but also how to think well and how to understand the Christian faith in a more accurate and, frankly, a more exciting way. In his view, dedicated work, both intellectual and physical, was the way to live an authentic and meaningful life. Some of you know that Spencer started an urban farm in Kansas City a while ago, and we have recently made a commitment to turn this fully into a Catholic worker farm, realizing that people need not only to understand how to care for the land and grow more of their own food, but also they need physical place as a focal point. Out of that venture has come the vision to start a full agronomic university that allows people to learn wherever they're at in the three areas that Maurin outlined: cult, culture, and cultivation. We hope to be an agronomic university such as Maurin envisioned, but for the 21st century. If you go to our website, pmaurin.org, which I'll link below, you'll find that we have divided up our educational offerings into those three categories. Cult is theology and political theology. So for instance, one of my upcoming classes will be on the encyclical Laudato Si, and in the future, maybe I'll teach a class on theologian Walter Brueggemann's ideas. That guy has been featured a lot on my channel. Spencer has committed to a class on Romano Guardini's The End of the Modern World. Culture is political and economic thought that can be understood separately from theology, but has the potential to work with it. So for instance, Jacob is thinking of a sort of reading group that he would do where he would take people through some of the major works of Karl Marx. And Bryant is going to teach sessions on the concept of the sublime as formulated by Burke and Kant, and then on the technological sublime and its political implications for our future. Cultivation has to do with place, how to care for it, and the practicalities of growing things in one's area, as well as the economic, social, and political implications of that. We hope to bring you information that flows out of the doings of the John Paul II Catholic Worker Farm, or as we like to call it, the J.P. Dubs Farm in Kansas City. My channel and the Dust Bowl Diatribes podcast that is republished here on this channel have come to reflect all three of these categories: cult, culture, and cultivation. With an emphasis on culture, we believe that everyone needs a good education in political and economic thought. One of the things that I've committed to, in addition to continuing to run this channel with my weekly posts, is a monthly live session called Pints with Plato, because there's just a little bit of fun in me, although not a lot, actually. But sometimes I get in a mood, and I'm hoping to generate that mood during Pints with Plato, in which I will discuss a major idea in the history of political thought with each session, and then I'll open up the floor for conversation, a roundtable discussion in the verbiage of Peter Maurin. People will be able to sign up for all of this. All of our offerings will be on Eventbrite for a donation, and pretty soon we will also have subscription levels on Patreon. So again, Be on the lookout for that because that would be a great way to support our work. Sign up below for our newsletter. I hope you'll be along with us on this adventure and consider supporting our efforts by signing up for our events.